Nothing better than getting the kudos that, like everybody, I feel like a lot of people in this industry I don't want to say takes us for granted, right? But we do a lot of stuff.
But they take us for granted. I'll say it.
Say it.
Welcome to another episode of the Lending Lounge. Jose. Today we're going to let's talk about something positive.
Let's go.
We can't do no more negativity.
Man.
Chicken Little, the sky's not falling.
Forget that mess.
Let's talk about a win. What are your wins for this week?
My wins for the week. Several referrals from my realtor partners, which I appreciate every single one of you. Your success is my success, right? And even though we have a lot of pre-approvals out there and they're not under contract yet, they're going to be there. It's going to come. I think that's important. Relationship building is always one of my favorite things to do. And not only that, just make sure that there's a positive outlook on everybody that we got loans going on. But my biggest win for this week was getting a file basically clear to close on his Hometown Heroes file. I've been having a couple issues with variable income. As a lot of people may know in this business, variable income is one of these things that's been hitting us lately. A lot of loan officers have been battling with variable income. And basically, if your client works a 40-hour week and they hit 39.97, more than likely the underwriter is going to give you a variable income, which may lower the income. So that's what happened to my file. They lowered the income. Hometown Heroes would not approve that file. And
now Hometown Heroes, the underwriter.
Well, the underwriter, right? And it's based for the Hometown Heroes program. But the underwriter wouldn't approve the file because AUS findings wouldn't
give you the
approval. And I've structured the loan so many different ways, right? The underwriter structures the loan so many different ways. And I was basically at the point where, give me your senior underwriter. He structured it. I said, give me your supervisor because you ain't doing the right job. I know we can get this done. It's time to get this done. And I went all the way to the top. And at the top, they said, nah, man, this ain't gonna work. And I was like, no, give me somebody higher than you. I am it. I'm telling you no. And I said, well, do me a favor. I got hit with variable income. Can you please give me the base income and do we get approval? Lo and behold, I get the base income back. I got approval. But they said, hey, your client needs to give me that pay stub that shows these hours are in. I said, no problem. It's all good. I was praying to God. I was like, please, Lord, let my client work his 40 hours a week. Thank you for doing it. You know who you are. I can't wait to go to your closing. It's going to be a special day for us and you more than anything else. Thank you for trusting me in everything that we do, and your realtor is going to appreciate that as well. So I got it cleared today. He gave me the pay stub, showed more than 80 hours. His regular pay, we're out of this variable income variance, and now we're back in the mode of prove eligible.
Woo!
So all I did now is basically get the last document we need, which is a Hometown Heroes form they have to sign. It's already been submitted. I'm waiting for the clear to close at this point, and that's where we're at. So it's a win for me because of the battles of variable income. I've been having this battle on many files.
All of us.
And it's not just me. Obviously, we talked to many of our friends in this business as loan officers, and a lot of them are dealing with variable income. So when you get a win, and it's basically a win, I count it as a win every time I win because I know my guidelines, I know what I'm doing, I know how to structure, and it's one of these things where it's so frustrating when you know this is the right way of doing things, and you finally get through and they agree with you, and it's like, we did it.
Just like that?
Just like that.
Woo!
We did it. So it's a win for me. That's my biggest win this week.
That's a great win.
That's
a great win. That's a great win, and if I'm piggybacking off of that, I had two clear to closes. One of them, the dreaded variable income, but I think my biggest win for this week. And it wasn't even a loan. It wasn't even my loan. It was actually one of the loan officers that works here. She wasn't feeling well, so I jumped in to try to help her. I didn't really do much. She did all the work. Natalie, it's all you. It wasn't me. But the client, when they closed on Friday, shot me a text message on Monday, being thankful, being appreciative, like saying that the team here is good. And obviously that's a win, right? Like you want to hear that your team is doing great. Like the loan officer, the processor, that the full circle, that we all got each other's back and we were able to get this done when someone wasn't feeling well. So to me, that was a win.
That's a huge win.
And I felt like I think no, I was on cloud nine. Like I
Yeah.
even called the loan officer to let her know. She's like, oh, she texted me too. It was great, you know. And I was like, yo, like it's been a while. Like
There's nothing better than getting the kudos that, you know, like everybody. I feel like a lot of people in this industry takes. I don't want to say takes us for granted, right? But we do a lot of stuff.
But they take us for granted. I'll say it.
Say it. So we do a lot of work in the background, right? And in the end of the day, we get everybody to close, and it's the most happiest time for everybody, right? Because it's a great investment for everybody. But you know, sometimes we don't get the pat on the back. Sometimes it's not a good job. It's just business as usual, and people just forget about us, right? And then when you get that client to give you like, man, even if they go online and fill out a 5-star review, that's so important, you know. It's like, wow, man, I got that 5-star review and I made a difference for that one family. And that right there, just somebody calling you and saying, oh my God, your whole team was great, did everything we needed to do, we got the clear to close, we're so happy with our house. Man, that's huge, man.
So that was my biggest win.
Yeah.
The biggest win was that text message that she called. She texted me, let me know that we did a great job, and you know, it made me feel good. It made me feel good. Like
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm happy for my team. I'm happy that Natalie did her part. I'm happy that Christina did her part. I'm happy that I was able to come through with the little bit that I did, because I didn't do much, but the little bit that I did, I was happy that I came through.
It's like you don't understand how many people are involved in one transaction. There's
Yeah.
so many people involved in one transaction, and so many jobs are dependent on that one transaction. And we have a well-oiled machine, and it all comes to a resolution at the very end. It's not just one person getting the kudos, right? Like, you know, we're here on video saying, oh, give me a pat on the back. But I mean, the reality is so many people getting that same pat on the back from that one client.
Yep.
It's huge.
And it was big news. It was something that you know doesn't happen. Oh, another one. I can't even forget this one, man. Greg, shout out to Greg, one of the realtors that I work with. Greg,
Many years
you
now.
know that I love you, brother. 10 years deep now, or probably more than that at this
Yeah.
point, maybe 12. Greg had a listing, and the buyer's agent came through. They couldn't get a hold of the client, and he's like, hey, here's my guy. Talk to him. You know, I'm sure he can help. And then sure enough, you know, I talked to the client. We had great conversation, talked about everything, and I'm in the process of doing that. And anytime that, you know, a listing agent can provide you a lead,
Yeah.
that's huge. That's huge,
sure.
especially in this time, right, when leads are few and far between.
Right.
So I appreciate you. Shout out to you, Greg, too. I appreciate you, brother, for everything. And yeah, those were my wins for the week. So I got a good text message that started off my week.
Yeah.
Like on cloud nine. I had Greg in the middle of the week send me a listing, a buyer for one of his properties, and then here we are on Friday.
No, we got more good news. I mean, rates are still dropping.
Woo!
That's always good news. That's the way to end the week, man. Clear to close, rates dropping. I mean, what else can we say? You know, there's certain things that happen in this business. It's godsend. You know?
Now, if only the bad weather that's preventing me from going to the beach this weekend would go away.
I didn't even know there was a hurricane coming this week, man.
I didn't know either until they told me yesterday. Oh, by the way, we're gonna be in Lakeland tomorrow. I don't know the address, but I will be in Lakeland. Follow me on social media. Look for us. I'm doing an open house, so check it out. Come swing by. We'll have some kind of cookies or something there.
Yeah.
At the very least, you get to talk to me. Ting. And this is. Jose, you got anything else?
No, man. Just have a wonderful weekend. This is a great time.
Have a wonderful weekend. This is another episode of the Lending Lounge.
Closings are made simple.